do this, guys. Let's do this. Grand Finals is beginning. CNZ Cypher starting here on Runes of Sarnath. We are on CNZ off the beginning. He's going to get himself the heavy. Seems pretty default beginning to all of this. A lot of the time, people like to hold that LG early on. And to bait it in, CNZ seems to be keeping a close eye around that area. Cypher taking his time. Gun barrel spotted. Rail missed. So no fireworks straight away. And CNZ will make sure he doesn't get railed. So no damage exchanged at the moment. A couple of shots fired, but nothing much. And CNZ will finally get himself onto rockets. A lot of feeling each other out at the moment. Not overcommitting to items. We're getting a minute in with 0 damage exchanged. That's a 0 with a capital Z. Okay, not anymore though. Barely a trickle of damage done by CNZ. As it's spinning around. Holy crap. Oh, the rocket right at the end. That's going to be a mutual frag. Maybe a small race to get up towards the mega health, but it looks like CNZ's going to win that. He gets himself a light off the beginning. Got rockets. Oh, Mega's there, but he does manage to make that jump across. Armor's a little more lackluster. Oh, nice little bit of LG. CNZ, not worth it. That jump across. You've been found. And you've been hunted. That is going to be the lead now for Cypher. CNZ messing up, in my opinion, above the rail. Did not need to expose himself that long, as we have got the full control for Cypher. Now CNZ trying to repeat what Cypher was doing himself. Like lightning. Thunder strike. It just sounded like. Cypher's control still at the tippity top. CNZ just trying to negotiate small armors. Oh, he's going to negotiate his death over here. Flick of LG. That's going to be 3-1 now. Cypher definitely looking like the chief. Oh, hello. There's some information for Cypher. For CNZ, sorry. And CNZ just got himself onto the heavy. So we could have a change in this. Does feel like Cypher's giving him some good respect, though. Confirmed top 59. Love it. Not bad damage by both of them. He can't get... Oh, the perforation. And he floats back down, trying to be a little bit clever with it, but CNZ saw right through the facade.
5-minute warning.
And now CNZ is about to get another totem available. Heavy will be up. This is a golden opportunity for CNZ to get back into this. Has totems in good spots at the moment too. So he knows where Cypher is now. He might even be able to go and force out a Ghost Walk, which would be a big boy play. But he's still kind of passive. There's a lot of time left, so he doesn't need to overcommit to anything. Waiting to see if Cypher's going to be one to do that himself. Cypher's right up. Holy crap, he was so fast at that. Ghostwalk's now out, in fact. Oh, and Cypher doesn't get the perforation. So risky to hang around. I'm really surprised by that. Rail. Oh, the follow-up. CNZ blasts his way into the lead now on map 1. Finds Cypher again, who still has no Ghost Walk. Like, no Ghost Walk is really, really freaky for him. There's a mega stack now for CNZ. Like, CNZ's in such a strong position. Cypher's finally got himself back to Ghost Walk. Ghost Walk's out again. And he's going to have a third totem to put up whenever the hell he wants it. So he can take his time because he doesn't need it yet. He's got plenty of moments to get over towards the heavy. He just needs to, I think he just needs to push in. Totem down. Really good. He can still heal it overstack. This might be pushing in a bit hard though. Maybe he's overdone it. Don't listen to Zoot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh my god. Oh, the machine gun eventually gets him. He's barely alive. There's spluttering blood all over the water on the floor, and yeah. Well, it was nice to see that he did what I told him, but it was also a crap move, so yeah, don't do that in the future, CNZ. Oh, that rocket was hot. CNZ's starting to run a bit lower on totems, though. Oh. You've got this, Cypher. I guess he didn't want it anymore. Whoa, that was a good row. Very good row. Oh, that was a weird little moment there. Totem destroyed quickly. They'll probably rendezvous over here. CNZ knows exactly what he's up to. But he's the one who's got mighty control, man. Look at the stacks below the champion portraits. It's very, very favored for CNZ. I think he's going to know where he is. Surprise. Oh, it misses everything. Oh, the rail hits, though. Is he going to keep pushing this?
Balls out.
It's a good bit of information that he gets from that. He forces out the Ghost Walk. He's got the light armor now. Cypher does a good job of not over-peaking that because CNZ was definitely going for that rail. Oh my god, the follow-up direct. CNZ will back off, possibly getting himself the light, and then down over towards the mega health. So Cypher's hitting them. What the was that rail? Holy crap. He just pulled out an insane amount of damage from nowhere. Now Heavy's a lot harder to contest for CNZ. Stacks are equalizing thanks to these miracle rails that Cypher's pulling out, but he needs more than that because CNZ's returning that pressure. Mega's going to be up in a moment. Totem's not going to catch Cypher off guard. It looks like we're on our way to sudden death at the moment because it's Yeah, it's super tight this game. Again, these rails at Cypher's landing. Oh, the rocket. 1 HP for him. He really wants this heavy and then to ghost walk out. Oh, but he doesn't get it. But he might be able to get it anyway. What a weird turn of events there. But CNZ also didn't want to challenge too hard and fast because it was just such a high-risk play. Wow, another rail. But we've got light armor now taken. There's a totem there that's healed CNZ up. Both of the players are on not great stacks. Major items are up at the same time. So it's going to be curious to see, are they going to challenge for the same item or are they going to split onto their own, listen out for each timing? CNZ's pushing forward a little bit. There's still no ghost walk. Oh my god, wait, what happened? I don't even see what happened. Did Cypher hit the rail at the end? Yeah, it looks like he must have. Wait, what did happen? What happened? Yeah, exclamation mark. Sync error. Was it a rocket jump? It was rocket jump. Yeah, because I saw the score went down. I was like, that's got to be the only thing it could have been. A rocket jump suicide. That feels bad for CNZ. Because the thing is, they weren't in vision of each other, so I was like, did someone just like hit like a rail literally through a wall? I did take a little bit of kind of detective work to figure out what on earth just happened. I want to say, by the way, a big thanks to people who subbed during that game. Lure for 13 months, man. Thank you very much. And also Chaotic, dude. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have I got the scores right? We'll see when we get in the game. I can't see names at the moment. The thing is, the rocket jump was so fast that it was slightly hard to tell until you had to be very eagle-eyed there to begin with, but it's slightly hard to tell until you noticed that the score was 3-4, that he'd obviously done something to himself. But yeah, it must have been the rocket jump and not him like trying to rocket but accidentally hitting a corner, because you just wouldn't have gone for that shot. You doubt it was a rocket jump? Maybe a misclick. Oh, I don't know how much health was he on, because a rocket jump can cost up to 48 damage.
2, 1.
If it's a misclick, then that kind of sucks. I'd say a misclick it actually sucks a bit more. Rocket jump yourself to death in sudden death. I'd say that's a bit of a fail. But a misclick is, I mean, it's still a bit of a fail, but it's not quite as much. CNZ's under a lot of pressure over here, dude. Cypher, those rockets just were not stopping. That is going to be one frag up for Cypher. That's going to be slightly discouraging finishing the map like last time. Great rocket, Cypher. And already the game is starting to get a little tricky for CNZ. He was on 50 health, no armor. Maybe if you try the full rocket jump to get up to top, it's more than 48. Or maybe he was on 48. I don't know if the damage changed, but at the beginning of Quake Champions, like 48 damage was the most you could do to yourself, so. But I know all kinds of things have changed with the game since then. Yeah, you can link clips, that's fine. Anyway, let's focus on the game, guys. We've got another map. We don't know if we're going to get a third at the moment. It feels the first minute that you'd say no, but like CNZ can play from behind. CNZ can always fight his way back into control, back into the game. So nothing is certain. We're starting to hit some rockets. He has got the rail after and dodges the final rocket. has a little stack to work with. He won't be able to get himself onto the heavy. Oh, that rocket just went right behind Cypher. He needed that one to hit real bad. Good refrag off the beginning, and it's going to be a follow-up for him as CNZ rushes a little willy-nilly up the LG staircase. One more rail for CNZ. Can he do it? It's a big ask. Oh my god, he actually lands it. I wonder if that plasma field exploded, would he have died? Ooh, that hurts. Okay, that becomes tricky for him. Hello! Hello! I think he tried to hit one more rail and missed it. Okay, Cypher blows himself up then. This has turned into a bit of a freaky game. Let's stick with Cypher for the time being. Oh, rockets! Oh, he almost went off Rafa's ledge. Oh, Cypher, not again, please. That rocket, that follow-up, man, that was perfect. Cypher still needs to be careful. Every time he's railable, you always assume that CNZ's going to hit it. Let's get the ledge grab going. Did he land a rocket at the end? I'm not sure if he did manage to get that rocket off right at the end. Well, CNZ's got a chance to get himself in control of the heavy. You get some space for a second, so that's going to put him into certainly commanding control. I don't know if Cypher should be down here. A lot of damage. LG, perfect weapon to have. He can make it over to Mega, but he's got to be quick. And then rocket jump back up, possibly. Cypher should be able to pick up the heavy. Oh, it's not certain anymore. Going too far out, man. If he was going to go for a peek, it had to be like click your fingers and you're out of there already. Like, he hung around for too long. That's spam LG was certainly enough. Another fight over at Mega straight away, though.
5-minute warning.
CNZ's still got great control at the moment. And that rail ties it off a little. Cypher's got a 4-frag lead, which... I mean, it's not totally safe, but it's a pretty great lead to have against a champion like Visor. Especially when you've got that escapability of just launching yourself around the map. These rockets are very, very nice. Has he got any health to actually work with, though? Mega's probably off the cards. And another of these fights from top to bottom on heavy. And these ledge rockets are flawless. Now it gets out at the right time, but he's running low on stack available to him. This is a good time for piercing sight. Worth it to deny from Cypher. Still frustrating. Now he has the lower end, possibly. If he wants it, he can. Instead of fighting from right at the top. But he's not landing the shots that he needs to. Oh, this rail is so good. This light will spawn in a second, I think. It was a second too late, though. Looks to me like Cypher is kind of steamrolling ahead a little bit at the moment. I really think that the end of Ruins kind of butchered CNZ's mental game. Like, how wouldn't it? He was fighting like hard and furiously in order to get that win. And then like this like mess up that should just never happen to you when you're at that level. But this feels to me like plus 300 points to Cypher. And he's just hitting everything, man. He's hitting all the nutty shots. All Cypher needs to do now is kind of keep on the run. He doesn't even need to challenge control. I think keep focus on making sure you've got weapons like rocket and rail. Then back off again. You made a huge blockade. Tons of damage to CNZ. Yeah, even so, 6 frags a minute and a half. GLHF. And the CNZ in the final minute of play. Not giving up too easily. But he just let it get away from him too soon. Ruins was the real nail biter. Oh, that was a spicy move there. Hello. That was freaky. GG to Cypher, though, who wins a big cup over here. Cypher winning this is going to guarantee him and Luca. And I'm pretty sure it's going to guarantee CNZ Luca, too. We're going to try and review the points in a few moments.
You lose.
Let's see the outro, and then we'll crack on and review everything. Firstly, though, I want to say a big thanks to all of you for tuning in today and watching the cup and feeling the love in this channel. If you enjoyed watching the content, hit the follow button here on Twitch. Appreciate that a lot. We're making our slow but steady way towards the 20k followers. It's been a goal of mine for way too long, actually. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the content, do keep following. That would be super duper.